Time Capsule Found on the Dead Planet by Margaret Atwood. 1. In the first age, we created gods. We carved them out of wood. There was still such a thing as wood then. We forged them from shining metals and painted them on temple walls. They were gods of many kinds and goddesses as well. Sometimes they were cruel and drank our blood, but also they gave us rain and sunshine, favorable winds, good harvests, fertile animals, many children. 1,000,000 birds flew over us then. 1,000,000 fish swam in our seas. Our gods had horns on their heads, or moons, or scaly fins, or the beaks of eagles. We called them all-knowing. We called them Shining One. We knew we were not orphans. We smelled the earth and rolled in it. Its juices ran down our chins. In the second age, we created money. This money was also made of shining metal. It had two faces. On one side was a severed head, that of a king or some other noteworthy person. On the other face was something else, something that could give us comfort, a bird, a fish, a fur-bearing animal. This was all that remained of our former gods. The money was small in size, and each of us would carry some of it with him every day, as close to the skin as possible. We could not eat this money, wear it, or burn it for warmth, but as if by magic, it could be changed into such things. The money was mysterious, and we were in awe of it. If you had enough of it, it was said you would be able to fly. In the third age, money became a god. It was all powerful and out of control. It began to talk. It began to create on its own. It created feasts and famines, songs of joy, lamentations. It created greed and hunger, which were its two faces. Towers of glass rose at its name, were destroyed, and rose again. It began to eat things. It ate whole forests, croplands, and the lives of children. It ate armies, ships, and cities. No one could stop it. To have it was a sign of grace. In the fourth age, we created deserts. Our deserts were of several kinds, but they had one thing in common. Nothing grew there. Some were made of cement, some were made of various poisons, some of the baked earth. We made these deserts from the desire for more money and from despair at the lack of it. Wars, plagues, and famines visited us, but we did not stop in our industrious creation of deserts. At last, all wells were poisoned, all rivers ran with fish, all seas were dead. There was no land left to grow. Some of our wise men turned to the contemplation of deserts. A stone in the sand in the setting sun could be very beautiful, they said. Deserts were tidy because there were no weeds in them, nothing that crawled. Stay in the desert long enough and you could apprehend the solution. The number 0 was holy. 5. You who have come here from distant worlds to this dry lakeshore and this cairn and to this cylinder of brass in which on the last day of all recorded days I place our final words. Pray for us who once too thought we could fly.